Hey guys, I'm Andrew Thruston. We're at Home Depot. I want to walk you guys through what we can find inside for plumbing, light fixtures, doors, windows, and so many different things that you guys can choose when we're navigating your home renovation. Let's go take a look. So one of the really cool things that we can do in your kitchen is have the ability to do a lot of little accessory pieces like pull out drawers. You have little racks that can go on the insides of your doors or even pull out like spice cabinets. All of these things are super helpful when it comes to maximizing storage and capacity in your space. So don't be shy on what it is that you're wanting to have stored in these things, because we can really maximize the amount of square footage or volume that we can use in any individual cabinet. One of the things that we want you to be aware of when you're buying cabinets, most cabinets do not come finished on the bottom side of the boxes. And so if you look under here, you'll actually see that what is called a blonde cabinet. So it's kind of yellow or natural wood. And so if you don't want to see that in your kitchen, we have the ability to skin this or finish the bottom. But just be aware that this is something that is pretty common in kitchen cabinet installations, is that the bottom of the top cabinets is typically blonde. Here's some fun things that you can do in a kitchen with different glass door panels. So you have the ability to do clear glass, you can do frosted glass or other different options. So if you wanted to have some sort of accent piece or something that accentuates your kitchen space, you have the ability to do glass cabinets like these. One of the things that's super fun about kitchens, we've had so many upgrades that have been done to sinks. And so you have a lot of options where you can actually do like strainers right in the sinks. You have the ability to have little inserts that actually go in and out of the different sink options. You can do different sizes, whether it's a little bit smaller if you have a compact space, or larger or deeper in your kitchen sink options. So don't shy away from really looking into how to maximize the functionality of your kitchen with sinks. This particular example is what they call a single basin. So there's no dividing piece in the center. This is actually one of my favorites because you have the ability to put like a baking sheet or a large pot or pan directly into the bottom. And so you have the ability to soak it or wash it without it being leaned in on an angle. So make sure that you're looking at sinks when you're going through your kitchen, because that's an incredibly important part of the process. So hardware is an incredibly important accent piece to the kitchen. And so when you guys are putting your space together, you definitely want to look everywhere that you can for inspiration on the different pieces that can go into the space. And so as you can see here, just on this one little display, there are just tons of options that you can use in your kitchen. One thing that I will say about hardware, you can find a lot of these options online. So if you see something that you're like, hey, I love this option, this is probably a lot more expensive here at Home Depot than what you can find on Amazon. And so if you're inspired by something when you're here looking at different products, make sure that you go online and see, what other pieces come in this type of color, style, or brand, and then you can find and maybe save yourself some money online. So guys, I want to talk a little bit about like what you're getting in a cabinet when you guys are going to search for these different products. You may find something that's a little cheaper than what we're able to provide you, but I want to show you some key elements as to why you're able to save money with maybe a knockoff cabinet or a cheaper cabinet like you may be able to buy from the store. So one of the things that you're going to see is pinned doors. So this is not a dovetail drawer. What you're going to see in a very, cost-effective drawer installation is there's just 4 pieces of wood that are pin nailed together. And so this is something that's going to come apart really easily. Another piece of this that you're going to see is what they call a not full extension drawer. So you can see that the face of the cabinet is here, but the drawer doesn't come out any farther than what you see now. And so typically what you're going to get with us is you're going to see a full extension drawer where this actually comes all the way out to the face of the cabinet, and then it'll soft close where this does not. So not getting those different upgraded features are really important to the longevity and the sustainability of your cabinet. Another really important element of cabinet quality is what the box is made out of. So you can see here, this is kind of a rough product. This is called particle board. This product absorbs water incredibly well. And so that's not what you want when you're dealing with kitchens or bathrooms. And so you want to stay away from particle board cabinets when you're going to build a kitchen for longevity. Now, if you're doing a flip or you're doing something that's a little less quality, there's nothing wrong with these because they'll last maybe a year or two, but these are going to start falling apart really quickly over the course of a very short period of time. As you can see in the back of this, it's actually a really thin piece of wood. And so again, this is particle board that's just pin nailed together. It's not bonded together very well. And so those things are going to start falling apart on you really, really fast. So be careful of the products that you guys are buying. The last thing that I'll say is the doors and the hinges, These are not soft close. So if you're slamming these things around, that gets a little annoying over time. And so if you're buying a cabinet from us, it's gonna be soft close hardware, soft close drawers. It's gonna be full plywood box construction, and you're gonna get real wood. Now this is real oak wood, which is really great, but you're gonna see a much higher quality box construction, which is really where the strength of the cabinet comes from when you guys are looking for longevity and real quality product in your kitchens. So at Home Depot, Lowe's, at a lot of your different box stores, you have the ability to get off the shelf or like all-in-one cabinets. Let me show you what those things look like. So these particular products are great if you're gonna be doing something that is temporary or not long-term. So these things are designed intentionally smaller than a traditional vanity sink base. And so you're gonna actually get like a 19-inch deep cabinet versus 21 inches. And the product is gonna be particle board. It's gonna be made of lesser materials. There's nothing wrong with that if that's what it is that you're looking to do, but just make sure that you understand what it is that you're buying, because this is not something that's gonna last very long. Particle board absorbs water just incredibly well. And so if you have something like this next to your toilet or next to your shower, it's gonna draw in a lot of moisture and it's gonna fall apart pretty quickly.